Hey, welcome to Creative Tuesday. Sorry, my wife's just dripping down, so taking screws out some wood outside, and she's left the front door open, so I can hear it. Yeah, Creative Tuesday. Whilst John is on his little trip away, can you hear that? By the way,
A little bit, but not much.
2 secs.
You can actually see what he said.
There we go. She's closed the door now.
Yeah, can't hear it anymore.
Yeah. Whilst John's on his travels, we don't want to do. I don't want to do the omnibus without him. We want to finish it together, so we're going to do Creative Tuesdays for the time being until he returns, whenever that may be. So today I'm going to work on a Lanchester, and we're going to open it up so that you guys can come up on the panel if you want to.
Yes.
And John, I know you're there. If you want to come up on the panel as well, you're more than welcome. Just have a chat with everyone.
I'll get the link ready.
Oh. My wife's brought the drill back.
It didn't take long.
It's fine.
No, she couldn't do it. She's given up.
Oh.
Right. So, yes. Comments. Hey. Oh, by the way, the sound problems yesterday, I think they were probably due to a connection problem between StreamYard and YouTube, or YouTube, because we didn't hear any. I've listened to it back, and you're right, it was really bad, but we didn't hear any of it on StreamYard. So I think it's YouTube or the connection between YouTube and StreamYard. Hopefully today should be a lot better.
Fingers crossed.
Yes. Let's go for the comments.
Okay, it looks like there was a couple before I joined.
Probably.
I don't know.
Julie says, in fact, I could bring. Oh no, that's the first one on mine as well.
Okay.
Julie says, morning GM. Off to do my laps. Probably one followed by the other. They'll do that. GM says, "G'day, Julian. Nice to see you up and about, figuratively speaking. I hope the StreamYard runs properly today. Yesterday was awful." Yeah. I do apologise for that, but we didn't.
It wasn't your fault.
No. Julie says, yesterday was YouTube, not StreamYard, I think. Yeah. And Julie says, that didn't last long. Went outside, weather took one look at me and started raining. Were you singing, Julian?
Don't look at me. I wasn't singing this morning.
Were you singing Menahalech or something?
No.
Julian on what? JT says, hey everyone, looks like we're back to names. See you guys live in a bit. I'm building a paper model today. Need some goodies for my Destroyer project. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Ian says, hi all, yesterday was awful, sound-wise. Viewers dropped out as a result. Fingers crossed it's better today and break a leg, JT. Yes, hopefully. Because it did drop off quite badly, and it showed in the likes and things as well. Joe says, good morning, afternoon, and evening to all in chat. Yes, hopefully sound is better today. Yes. David of the Valleys says, morning all, we'll be away at 12:30 as we're over to look after the grandkids while daughter goes shopping. Ooh. Patrick says, good day all. Hello, Patrick.
Hello.
Jim, good morning from the beautiful city of Chicago. Hello.
Hello.
Duke, good day all you beautiful people. Hello, Duke. Jim, hello to usual suspects in chat. John says, lube and subscribe, or the Marleys. Julie says, Pringles, Prefangle, Mikey, afternoon Tiff, hope you had a good birthday.
It was all right. It was all right as sitting in a cold, empty house waiting for a boy like I can be.
Yeah. Sorry, my allergies are playing up again. GM says, greetings, BBC fans. Well, so far I can understand what is being said. Yes, hopefully.
Yes.
Ian says, welcome back, Tiff.
Thank you. I was only gone for a day, but thank you.
He misses you that much.
I know.
It's
I don't
so
know why. I'm not special. I saw that.
Drew says, no, I wasn't singing Mikey. It seems weather doesn't like me. No change there then. Joe says, still thinking about Mr. Marley and his dad and family. Good to have Mikey and Modders, who is recovering from her birthday festivities yesterday. Yes.
There were no festivities. I came home, took a tramadol because I was aching and fell asleep.
Well,
by like 9:30.
I got to sleep at 3:30 this morning, and then I was up at 7:30. And I was washed, dressed, and showered, and breakfast, and meds by 8:30. Jim says, Mikey, the transmission signal coming from Europe was bouncing all over the place. Often it would drop out completely. Signal is a lot stronger at the moment. Excellent. Thank you, Jim.
Good.
He is. Right. Shall we open up the panel?
Yes.
To all these wonderful people.
There you go.
There you go. I'll just put the link up. If you want to join in, feel free. You don't have to go on camera. You can just talk if you want to. Yeah, you're welcome to come up and join me and Modders, obviously.
Yes.
Yeah, Modders. Yeah. I was going to talk to you about something today as well. For the life of me, I can't remember what it was.
This is why I have a notebook, so I can write stuff down so I don't forget.
I know. I keep putting them down and forgetting where I've put them. And then I buy another one, and that one gets lost. JT's in the background. Well, his chair is.
Empty room.
He's dancing. There we go. Do that again, JT. Oh,
hang on.
The master of Void is here.
Hey, Joe.
Do you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, we can see you.
Okay.
It's like watching Big Brother.
Well, today is going to be an interesting project for me. I was going to work on the West German destroyer, but I found out I needed a whole bunch of bits and bobs and paint. So I decided to do something without paint. I'm building this. This is a model of the ship I went on when I was in Hamburg called the Rickmer Rickmas. So it's a paper model. I got to cut out all the parts and everything. So yeah, this will keep me busy and out of trouble for the stream.
Nice.
How are you, Mikey?
I'm all right, buddy. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yourself?
I'm doing okay. You know, it's Tuesday. I'm excited. You know, and it's I finished that dry dock finally. It was like, holy cow, a 2-year project, and it was just something that just went on and on and on. So I'm glad all those parts found their place, and my table got cleaned off for what, maybe about an hour. We'll start setting up here. So yeah, I'm doing well. How are you, Tiff?
I'm okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Glad to hear you had a good birthday.
Yeah, it was all right. We did have Marley in the background there. He's disappeared again.
Yeah. We've got some comments again.
Yes.
Jim says, coming across loud and clear, JT.
Yeah, you're coming across loud and clear. I'm just viewing my TV from an odd angle, so it's gonna be weird if I have to do the comments. So if you see me stand up and go over here, so I can probably see it. All righty, let's see. Yep.
David says, just had a Merlin pass over the house heading towards Yeovil, maybe. Yeah, most likely. Ian says, whoop whoop, JT in the house. Joe says, no, JT, the camera has you looking about 7 feet tall. Oh, yeah, I forgot. You are one tall hombre.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why are you, JT? 6'9"?
6'9".
Wow.
Kevin says, good day, everyone. Hello, Kevin.
Hello.
Jim says, Patrick, you beat me to the YouTube heading you're now using. I'll have to look for another name. What?
Because his YouTube name is Seafire.
Gotcha. Yes.
Because say that would confuse us a lot,
Yes. It would.
especially Mikey.
What do you guys think of my
Hey.
flat?
Nice.
Yeah. So, let's see. So I gotta jump back in the chair and get started.
Yep.
That's always fun when you start a new model. It's like I used to remember that as a boy coming home from the hobby shop. I'd like rush home, open up the package, and get started right away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm working on the Lanchester that Mystery Box Nick gave me. Oh, don't forget, tomorrow we have the Corporal's Mess in the afternoon. 12 till 2.
Ooh.
That'd be
Thank you for
fun.
reminding me, because I would have forgotten.
Yes. That's why I have it pre-scheduled. Because I would have forgotten too. Patrick says, "Hi Gem, had it for ages. It usually only comes up when I comment on a video."
Yeah, YouTube's doing a thing again.
Yeah, it's been weird. Ian says the Harry Potter Hagrid is 7'6". Yeah.
It make me feel short.
Hobby Time says, "Hey guys, hey buddy."
Hello.
Drew says, "Holy crap, JT, that's 2'1" taller than me. If I stood up, which is not happening due to gravity and all that." Yeah, you'd sort of come up to it, pretty much come up to his waist, wouldn't you, Julian?
And the funny part is I'm average height in Germany. That was the funny part. I saw people taller than me in Germany.
Yeah.
Must be something in the water. I don't know.
Yeah. Miracle Grow.
Miracle Grow. You know, my dad did use that when he had the garden.
That's why he's so tall.
Yeah.
He kept telling you to go and play in the mud.
Oh, I loved. Oh my God, what 5-year-old boy with ADHD didn't love playing in the mud?
GM says you're too close to the JT. You're too close to the camera. Try moving to the room next door. Ha ha ha. And Ian says 12 till 2 tomorrow. Noted. See, he makes notes, modders.
My notebook is currently in the bedroom.
What? You haven't got your live stream notebook when you're doing a live stream? That's just defeats the object of it, doesn't it? God, blimey. Can't get this star. B30. I wonder what's happened to Marley.
I don't know.
Julian says,
Hang on.
my eye line sat down is 3'2", waist level on most people, which can be very disturbing.
Oh, speak it, devil.
The devil is in the background. Ian says, -1 hobnob tiff. Hello, Mr. Marley.
And before he speaks, he's going to have to unmute.
G'day, John.
He doesn't want to talk to us, he just wants to watch.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I
There
don't know.
Luke's job.
How's the sound?
It's fine.
It's fine. Okay. Hello.
Hello. Nice to see you.
Yeah, it's 11 p.m. here. All this daylight savings thing is sort of like, yeah, it's quite late.
Yeah.
But I got
You'll
some
be-
stuff done today. Right?
You'll be fine. You're a big boy.
You've stayed up later than this before.
You're usually up till about 4 in the morning anyway.
What? Not wrong. Oh, props. How are you, John?
I'm doing well, John. Yourself? I can't complain. You know, it's Tuesday. You know,
Tuesday.
glad to be here, though. This is fun. You guys
Excellent.
can actually see me working at my workbench rather than in my den with the camera, hooked up my computer, my other computer. So
Yeah.
Very good.
Let me pull my tape measure out of the drawer by accident. Joe says 12 till 2 tomorrow, but in Central Time Zone US, it'll be 1 p.m. till 3 p.m. There we go. Oh, slipping. Julie says, I have a YouTube notification set for the Corporal's Mess tomorrow, organised heathen. David says, hi, John. And Julie says, evening, Nodge. You and the family okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. Family's generally okay. Yeah, yeah. My dad's I won't go into details, but yeah, it's a bit touch and go at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Has he got worse? Has he?
Oh, he's not going to get better.
Well, we know that.
Yeah. No, I won't go into details if that's okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
As
long as
yeah.
you're all right.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. That's what we care about, as long as
No,
I'm all
what am I
right.
doing? I need to.
Because he knows we're always here for him.
Right. So yesterday, after the end of the stream, I was fitting these, the windscreen and the canopy. So they fit really well now. What I need to do before I put these on. Oh, so I've realised that not only did I leave the seat belts behind, I had left the ejection seats in Newcastle. So I could do this, but then I'll need to take that off later on and plonk the seats in. But that's fine. I could do that.
Yeah.
But before I do that, I need to paint up the glare shield, put the head-up display, that sort of stuff. So if I'm going to be doing those scenes, and I need to do all the other ones that you can see around, like the glove veins and whatnot. There's big gaping holes here. Oh, I can't do the big gaping holes because I had made some ones out of plastic card, but they're all in the same bag as the seat belts. I didn't think it through.
Are you saying you don't have a gaping hole?
You can neither confirm nor deny.
Oh, dear me. There's tweezers.
I'll have to leave it up to other people to judge whether I have a gaping hole or not, because I can't see from where I'm standing.
Hello, Jim.
Jim's in.
Good morning. Hello, everyone. Hello,
Chicago.
John. Yes.
Not on fire.
I can't see any plumes of smoke in the air, John. So I'm assuming all is well in the city that I know and love. But yes, doing well, thank you. And hello to everyone, and hello to all in chat. Good morning, or good afternoon, good evening to you, John.
good evening.
How are you, Jim?
I am doing fine, thank you. Just gonna do a little figure painting whilst everyone else is doing their thing. And I'm glad you're building the Lanchester. I'm really eager to see how that comes together. Hey, Patrick, and hello, Ian. Because that's a really nice kit. When you got that kit from Mystery Box Nick, I was like, oh yeah, that's I really want to buy one of those Copper State model World War I armored cars. There's so many of them. First of all, I didn't realize there were that many in the war, and secondly, they look like they're outstanding models.
They are.
Yeah.
Literally, other than why you could have screw, there's no work to do on the bits or on the parts.
You mean as far as what, like a lot of part cleanup, a flash, or anything? That I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. Literally, the only cleanup you have to do is where it's connected to the sprue.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I've got their Copper State models, Newport 17.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, I'm afraid to touch it because I've never built a World War I biplane model of any kind. So I really owe it to myself to get some time in on something else and get experience with how to build one. And
Oh,
Then
really, I
go
think
to
my
that.
view is if you make a mess of it, just get another one. Try again sometime in the future. Just
well,
Go
that's
ahead.
true, but it's a really nice kit, John. I mean, that's a really
is,
nice
isn't it?
model. And I have that Wingnut Wings Fokker D7 still in its original wrapping. I bought that back in 2020, and I don't know. I may never get to that model. I'm not sure, but I really would like to learn a little bit about what it's like to build a biplane kit before I tackle that.
Right.
The Newport 17, because that's a really, and I've always liked the Newport 17. I don't know much about World War I aircraft, but I know what I like, and that's one of them.
Yeah.
So I am going to be painting these two, Hans and Franz.
Yes.
My Alpine set I bought at that model show a couple weekends ago, and yeah, thank God for Alpine Miniatures. Awesome detail. Expensive little buggers, but they're worth the price.
Yeah. What more could you ask for? Gino says, "Hi guys, and a little bit better every day. Still recovering from my surgery. Still a lot of pain, but it's okay. A late happy birthday to Tiff and a hello to John, and Mikey, and Jim."
Thank you.
Thank you, Gino. And yeah, happy birthday, Tiff. I know I sent it to you yesterday in the chat, but get a
Yeah,
chance to say
sorry.
it to you. So best wishes.
Appreciate it.
Ian says, "Fingers crossed for Senior Marley." Yeah.
Yeah. Football goes well, John.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did you give him a hearty arte et marte from me?
that means I'll have to go and see him again tomorrow. That's okay.
Joe says, "Gino, hope that pain goes away soon, sir, but glad you feel better." Yes. Patrick says, "Hi, Jim."
Sorry, I'm looking for something.
Patrick.
Ian says, "Guten Morgen, Jim."
Guten Tag.
David says, "Hello, Jim." GM says, "Good day, Mr. Jim. Not seen you in ages. Good to see you again."
Oh, what? I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry, hang on. There we go.
Patrick
Thank
says,
you.
"Hi, Dino. Get well soon." David says, "Hi, Gino. Glad you're better." Or getting better. Julian says, "LPJ Models on YouTube has done a couple of World War I armored cars and World War I aircraft. Worth a watch." Nice.
My dad liked World War I aircraft, Jim. He was a big enthusiast of. He loved the Spad, and he had a model of the Newport. So that was his thing as a kid. And he also loved some World War II aircraft as well, like the P-38 Lightning. But his main interest was World War I.
Yeah. Have a go.
Well, I get the Sopwith Camel. I can't be biased. You know, the British did have some excellent biplanes in World War I, so can't leave you guys out.
Yeah. Edward do some nice World War I biplanes.
Yes, they
And
do.
They're not too difficult to put together either. As we know, John, don't we?
Oh, are you done? Okay, when you're done with the comments, just let me know. Then I'll
Yep.
relate a quick story.
Yep. Duke says, "Do a 148th Edward weekend of biplane first, Jim, for practice." Yes.
Yes, good idea. Thank you.
Jim says, "Gary Markham." Thank you, Gary. Matt says, "Hello all. Good to see you here, Jim. Late to the party." Hey, Matt.
Hey, Matt.
Dave says, "Gotta go now. Enjoy, and we'll catch up later." Later, dude.
See you, David.
Right, go on, Jim.
Oh,
The floor
okay.
is
Well, John, I now join you as another professor backwards of the program.
Oh yes, what have you done?
I was installing some track links on that Rommel half track, which is turning out to be the bane of my existence. But it's a steep learning curve. But nonetheless, I'm installing the track links on there, and well, the left side, you guys have seen the photos I posted in Discord. It's pretty sloppy. Well, I noticed in one small section, about 6 or 7 links, which goes around the drive sprocket, I put them on backwards.
Oh.
So as a result, they don't link up properly with the track links that are to, connect to them. to go along the rest of the run of the suspension. So I did what I could to make it look halfway decent. And, you know, being in a desert, I can't cover it with mud. So, yeah, I confess.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know whether I should be glad to hear it or not.
yeah. Well, I'd also like to say one other thing, John. I like to take this opportunity. I'm not trying to soothe my own guilty conscience at everyone else's expense, but yesterday when you signed on, I made an off the cuff comment, and it was meant to be a joke, but in the light of why you were there and what you're going through now, it was not well timed. And
I
just want to
don't
apologize.
recall it. There's no offense taken.
Yeah, I understand, but it was you know, it was. I'm so quick to type and so reluctant to think that you know, sometimes you got to judge the temperature in the room, and you know, I tried to get a quick laugh, and I didn't you know, and then I realized why you're where you are right now, you know, the reason for it, and you know, anyway, I felt the need to express it. It's easier to.
I appreciate that. Thank you. But yeah, there was no offense taken.
So little offense that he didn't even realize you made a bad joke.
Yeah, that usually happens. I remember I apologized one time to a close friend of mine over something that happened a long time ago. And I told him, hey, I'm sorry, man. I left you in the lurch. You needed help. He's like, I don't even remember that. You do? And I was like, well, yeah. I mean, kind of important to me. He's like, okay, well, I believe that it happened because you're telling me, but you know, it's all right, man.
Yeah.
Live and be prosperous.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, there's a new merch design in the store.
You want me to bring it up?
Yeah, if you don't mind, Modest.
Yeah.
Because I quite.
It's better to be left in lurch than with lurch. You rag. Well, that's a bad impression.
Modders will bring the design up in a minute. I think it's quite funny.
So where are you on the Lanchester, Mikey? How far have you got along on it?
Nearly done, to be honest. I'm nearly at a point where I can't go any further without painting it.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
There's plenty, still a bit to do on it.
Yeah. Yeah. I kind of understand with that half track. It's a new game for me because it's all right. I know I have to assemble some, but I have to account for the fact I may have to paint something. And if I install it too soon, I may not be able to get to it.
Yeah. This is the problem, isn't it? You got to plan ahead, haven't you?
Yep. It's not like a tank where I could build it all pretty much in one shot because there's no interior to concern myself with.
Yeah. Well, that King Tiger that I got on Friday, the Rubicon Models one, that's got an interior on it.
Yeah, those kits are remarkable. I've seen a lot of people review them and build them, and I tell you what, I'm not one for 156 armor, but I'm just intrigued because I want to try one.
Yeah. They are good fun. So here is the new design that's went up on the merch store.
Oh.
I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, the LPJ, yes. Nice. I like that.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
What was the other one I pulled up the other day, Modest? Can you remember?
When it wants to load. The PC's taking a while. Come on. Oh, Git.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
There you go. Yeah, the Git one.
Yeah. Generally interesting talk.
He is. That's why I call John a Git, honest.
Yeah.
And there are, of course, other designs. There's 77 designs on there now.
Yeah, I need to go through some of them and get rid of them.
Yeah.
Thin it down a bit, I think.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Thank you, modders.
No worries.
Where were we? Ian says, I love the tiger moth. It could fold its wing back, hence the name. Moth. Very good. GM says, all these backwards wrong way up kit builds. I think the BBC should stand for backwards vertically challenged. Any seconders I hear? Is that what happens to Julian if he goes down the ramp the wrong way? He becomes vertically challenged because he's gone backwards.
My hat's off to the people in subways that do that, but go downstairs backwards. I've seen that on the news. It's like, holy cow. New York, but then again, anything in New York, they're crazy in New York anyway. We're a crazy bunch. Yeah.
Ian
I almost
says,
got pickpocketed.
oh,
I'm sorry, Mikey. I almost got pickpocketed in Penn Station one time. These guys, and it was really brilliant how they did it. This guy in a wheelchair tried to distract me. Somebody yelled, and then they came right up to me. So, but I got out of the way just in time. So, sorry about that.
it's all right. Ian says, laugh my ass off, GM. Gino says, I had a little accident with that Corsair from Revel. I was doing Mikey, a picture frame fell off my wall in the hobby room and it fell on my Corsair, who's finally ready for decals, and it broke the
Oh dear.
wing and front wheel. This build does not want to give me any help. Oh, that's not good. That's damn
Sorry to
unfortunate.
hear that. Yeah, my sympathies.
That's why I don't have any picture frames around my desk or above shelves. Stu says, hi all, a little late today, but I have lubed. Excellent. Glad to have you with us. Julian says, YouTube LPJ models doing Copy State models Lanchester. He's also done 3 other World War One armored cars and World War One aircraft. Nice. Jim says, Julian LPJ is in a great modeler. Kieran says, afternoon all, hope everyone is well. Hello, Kieran.
Hey, Kieran.
GM says, Mikey, can I request a mug with the words needs more model fiber? Happy to pay for 2 mugs. Yeah, I can do that. Problem. No problems. Julie says, PMSL, no, if I go backwards, my cranium and concrete are involved, plus a few dozen profanities. I mean, oh. Sorry, Julian. Joe says, Jim, pretty sure one of the suspects was the king of the heathens. More than likely. Joe says, afternoon, Kieran.
Oh,
I have another design I also did last night was for the fundraiser one. So that'll be going up on Saturday because that's when the Tools for Models for Heroes fundraiser starts. And with this one, any sales from this one, whether it's t-shirts or stickers, my cut of the money from Redbubble will go into the pot for you for Models for Heroes.
Excellent.
Nice.
Very good. Very nice.
So if I add that to stage, so that's the design.
It's good.
Ooh.
And
That's
the
pretty
wording at the bottom means we give so that they can provide.
Very nice. Very good.
Yeah. There you go.
there's no more comments.
We're up to date on comments for a change. Alpha 2-4. Oh, Marley.
Hello.
Kay's got me a new spray booth for Christmas. And she said I can have it early.
Oh, nice. What's the dimensions?
53 centimeters wide by
Okay.
about 30 centimeters deep. But that's before you unfold it.
Right.
It's a twin fan one, and it does 9.3 cubic meters a minute.
Yeah. Well, that's going to be more than adequate, seeing you spray mostly in acrylics, which are not too uncomfortable for the fumes in the room. They don't build up quite as bad as lacquers or enamels.
No. Well, it's quite funny because I had it on the floor. I thought, oh, better try it out. So I put it on the floor in the living room, but we didn't put the pipe on it. And it's one of the ones where the pipe goes upwards instead of backwards. And I switched it on and put it on full power. And next minute, the ceiling light was like flapping around all over the place.
Yeah, it's amazing how powerful some of those motors are.
Yeah. Well,
Like
even
my
as
dad's table saw, 220 volts AC, turn it on, the lights flicker.
yeah, it has on the switch because you can adjust the power on it, and it actually has day and night settings. So
no kidding. Day and night settings. You mean as far as level of noise?
Yeah, you can increase it up to where it says maximum for night, and it's pretty quiet. The minute you go over that, it just boosts the power that much that it sounds like a bloody jet engine going off.
Wow.
So yeah, they call it night setting because it pulls the light off the ceiling. You're stuck in darkness.
It's got an airbrush holder on it and everything as well, which is pretty cool.
Oh, nice. So that's very good. I like that. Yeah.
And then it's got 3 LED strip lights inside, and it comes with a turntable as well. That's pretty cool. So I've got to find space for it on my desk, which will mean that I can actually spray without having to get the spray booth out all the time and set everything up and put everything away because it just gets boring. June says, crying, laughing, Mikey. The sincerity of your sympathy is greatly appreciated. Lacking delete is appropriate. I'm always sincere to you, buddy. Gino says, but I'm glad it's the model that broke because the picture frame is one I bought in Normandy and it depicts the attack of Pointe de Hoc. Yeah, that'd be a disappointing one to break. James says, Julian, it's not too hard to install airbags on your wheelchair, front and back. Our motorcycle club guys have airbag jackets that inflate if you come off the bike. Oh, there we go. If you fall off your wheelchair, the kids can use you as the football. Because you'll just be one giant windbag. June, is the depth including the extractor at the back, Mikey? I tripped up with that one when I bought my spray booth. It's not at the back, mate. It's in the top. So it just goes straight up.
Yeah, mine's in the back.
Yeah.
I got a single fan, a smaller size.
Yeah. The only problem with it is the power lead is quite short.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Ours pretty. I don't know. I got to look at it. It's been in the same spot for a while. Reminds me, I got to change the filter on the back. It's pretty much done.
Yeah.
Oh.
Kira said, hi, Julian. Hope all is good. So, is there anything model related people would like to speak about? Any topics you'd like us to discuss?
I don't know why this intrigues me, but it does. That new Airfix Spitfire Mark 9E. I mean, I'm not a Spitfire guy. I'm a Hurricane guy, but for some, I think maybe it's because of how that that trainer version looks with the riveting on the surface. Yeah. It's a little bit overdone here and there, but apparently a lot of people like that, and that's got me thinking about buying it.
Yeah.
Rock you like a hurricane.
Try not to sing, John.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah.
No, that doesn't be I don't want to be banished to the void.
I guess because StreamYard has its own void.
Yes.
Won't just be the YouTube void.
Well, could you picture me pressed up against glass going, forgive me, be like General Zod, Superman?
There is no glass. It's just a bottomless pit.
Bottomless pit of despair.
Yes.
A pit of despair.
Back in a sec.
We have more comments. James says, Julian, I can see Mikey getting bubble wrap very soon. Some of the guys at Telford owe me a few favours. We did that to a guy in the Falklands. We had a sergeant in the Falklands, and he had a proper fear of bubble wrap, proper phobia, to the point where if you popped it around him, it made him throw up.
Whoa, that's pretty serious reaction.
Yeah. So, guess what he did? Guess what we did? To get to his desk, you had to go into the office. And to switch the light on, you had to go into the office. The door slammed behind you. And then you had to walk across the office to get to his desk to switch the light on. Right? So around under his desk, he had a piece of carpet as well that was just like slightly bigger than the desk area. So we left the part, like the 6 foot from the door, clear. And then from 6 foot from the door onwards, we put bubble wrap on the floor. Then we wrapped his desk in bubble wrap. Then we wrapped the phone handle in bubble wrap. And the actual phone itself. And we wrapped the light switch in bubble wrap. So he came in, walked in the dark, because we switched the light off, got to his desk, started walking on bubble wrap, which started triggering his phobia. He went to switch the light on, grabbed hold of the bubble wrap around the light switch, which made it worse. He then went to phone us to come and help him. So he grabbed all his phone and started pressing the bubble wrap on the buttons. So he started popping them. And it got to the point he couldn't move because he was going to throw up. He couldn't move. He couldn't call for help. He couldn't do anything. And we were just stood the other side of the door watching through the window laughing. And then after a few minutes, we decided to go and help him. Never ever tell squaddies you have a phobia. They will get you out. They will try their best to help you get rid of it. Yeah. And then the next night, someone snuck into his room and put bubble wrap all over the floor around his bed whilst he was asleep. June says, Jem, knowing my luck, the bag would expand without warning and the explosion throw me out of the chair. It'd be like those videos where you got those American lads at scrapyards and stuff putting airbags under the sofas.
Oh,
So-
yeah.
so-
I've seen those. Yes.
That would be brilliant. No offense, Julian, but it'd be like Mini-Me getting thrown across the room. Gino says, and for anyone watching that doesn't know Julian, I'm not bullying him. We just like having a laugh about this stuff. And Julian takes it in good spirit. Gino says, I got a 172nd F-14D Tomcat as a present from my wife. Nice.
Oh, really? What'd you get? Like Super Tomcat. Oh,
Yeah.
nice. What kit is that, Gino? I mean, kit maker, I should say.
Gino
Nice.
says, I never do modern planes. Well, I mean nothing beyond World War II. So when I will build it, I will ask a lot of questions to you guys. Best people to ask would be GM and Marley, I think. Jim says, Mikey, you are very cruel. It wasn't just me. It was our whole section. Gino says, Rebel.
Oh, okay.
We're not cruel. We were just helping him get over his phobia.
It's done out of love.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's because we cared about him. Honest.
Honest, yeah, honest.
Oh, cripes. I've lost a bit.
Skin turn.
Okay, it'll be here somewhere. I have faith.
One question about that vehicle you're building there, Mikey. Are there a lot of small parts, or is it fairly basic in, the what the kit features?
Good
Question.
I wouldn't say it's basic, but there's not a lot of small parts.
Okay.
If you think of a bit more complicated than ICM, but not quite mini art.
Good.
Uh-huh.
Good. That's very encouraging.
I think that explains it quite well.
Yeah,
Yeah, it sounds just right.
Yeah.
that's right, Goldilocks.
I knew he was here somewhere. On the edge from that. Joe says, cruel to be kind. Exactly. Exactly. You don't get over phobias by just continuing to be afraid of them and running away from them. I'm frightened of heights, but I still went abseiling. Julian says, no offense taken, Mikey. I wouldn't have said it otherwise. For those who don't know, I'm in a wheelchair with no hang-ups about it. Yeah.
Well, Julian's got a good spirit about him, and he's
He has.
out front with everything. That's the way to be.
Yeah, and he's got a great sense of humor.
Exactly. Yes, indeed.
I'm looking forward to the day I get to meet him. That'd be nice.
Yeah, and you guys are in Wales. I mean, meet at the Mason-Dixon line. You know, that highway you say that separates you.
Yeah, that one that's 4 hours away from me.
4. Yeah, that's right. I what was it? Just a few days ago, right? You guys were talking about commute time within the UK.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that would be something I would have to acclimate myself to.
It's more in Wales because in Wales it's all hills and country roads.
Oh,
There's only one motorway. They were going to build one going from north to south, but then politics. They wanted to spend more money in the south. Yeah. Julie says, you were assisting a colleague with a phobia employing immersion therapy, Mikey. The fact is, it was hilarious. Meh, probably incidental. Yeah, exactly. We also found, one of the Lance Corporals found a chemical wetsuit thing. And we realised that it was about 2 sizes too small for him if he tried it on. But we didn't tell him that. We just persuaded him to try it on. He ended up rolling around on the floor, trying to bend his back and everything, and he looked like a fish on the floor, trying to get into this wetsuit.
I think after a while he might have wanted to figure out it's not his size.
He was determined to get into it.
Ah, okay. Well, you can't stop a determined man.
No. In the end, he managed it, but he looked like a giant black and
My
orange.
question is, all right, you're in it. How are you going to get out of it?
Yeah, well, that was the thing, because when he stood up, he couldn't move his arms and legs. We had to stand him up like a starfish.
Hey, John, he sounds like little Randy in Christmas Story. I
I
can't
was just
move my
gonna go
arm.
with that. That's so funny.
He looked like a black and
I can't put my
orange.
arms down.
He looked like a black and orange condom with a belly.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. That was funny.
Pardon.
GM says, JT, a staff member has brought in a telescope so we can see you in your panel. I told them you're in next door's house.
Yeah. Next door's house. They got a black lab next door. The guy lives next door to me is a first responder. So it's kind of nice.
He's doing the best
He's a-
we can
he's a
with what
fireman.
he's got. Yeah. Doing the best he can with what he's got. Joe says, Julian, growing up, my next door neighbor had muscular dystrophy. We played war. He was the tank, I was the driver. He shot his brother with a BB gun. We won the war. My dad and his brother did that. They had not BBs but air guns, and I think my uncle had an air gun, and my dad had a slingshot. And my uncle said to my dad, "I bet you can't hit me from here with that." And my dad
Well,
said,
Mikey,
"Okay."
your audio's dropping out a little bit.
Oh, there you go.
Mikey, your audio's dropping out a little bit.
Can you hear me?
Okay.
Yeah, your audio's fine on my end.
Yeah, coming through
Same
5
song.
by 5 here.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Did you give it a good swift kick?
Yeah.
That usually
so my
works. Good swift kick or a punch.
My dad's uncle said to him, "I bet you can't hit me from there with that." And my dad said, "Okay, let's try." So he shot him in the mouth and shot his teeth out.
Oh!
Anyway, when he went to my nan asked what happened. My dad went, "He asked me to do it. He dared me."
Okay.
Yeah, apparently they were always doing stupid stuff like that.
How old were they?
Oh, young teens, I think.
Okay. All right.
But there's, I think when my dad was 15, 16, they used to ride pit bikes because where they lived, because my granddad worked in the coal mines.
Mm.
So they had the slurry tips and things. So they used to ride their pit bikes over them. And my dad went down one and didn't quite stop in time. And the bike went into a barbed wire fence. He flew over the top of the barbed wire fence, gashing the inside of his leg from the groin to the knee. And then landed face first in Kalmuck.
Ooh. Oh.
So he went home, asked my nan to take him to the hospital, and my nan said, "Not until you've had a bath. I'm not taking you to hospital with Kalmuck on your face." Yeah. They had a fun childhood, by the sound of it. GM says, Julian, I'm pretty sure therapists would cringe at what you're confessing to.
But it's
Julie
always
says, I
confess to
think
these kind of things long after you're grown up, so your parents don't hit you or punish you. Yeah.
Julie says, I think the real divider is the Munadee, the Black Mountains. Mountain range a bit lower than the Rockies, Jim. Joe, JT, between North and South Wales. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I remember riding a bike through them. It was raining, but because it's two mountains, the mountains are quite close together. The rain was coming down and the wind was whipping it down and then back up the side I was on.
Mm-hmm.
So the wind was coming really fast down the side, so I was having to lean at 45-degree angle to keep the bike going straight, and the rain was coming upwards on the other side.
And tell me again, why were you out in those conditions on a motorcycle?
We were riding down to Fishguard to go and visit my nan and granddad whilst they were on holiday.
Okay.
So yeah, and when we set off, it was actually nice weather. But yeah, my dad decided he didn't need to wear his waterproofs when we left because it was nice weather.
Mm.
He
By
regretted
nice weather, do you mean like vertical rain rather than horizontal?
it. But no, as we were going through the mountains, we had intercoms on our helmets, and I could see him ahead of me, and I saw this wagon coming up the other way, and all I saw was this wagon hit a puddle just as my dad was going past it, and my dad just disappeared under this wave. And all I heard on the intercom was, "For fuck's sake!" He said, "We're going to have to stop at the bottom of the hill to so I can get dry." It's like, all right.
Wow.
He got off his bike and came over to me and saying, I said, I just went, "Told you should wear your waterproofs." It's like, it's not helpful. Joe says, right in the stomach. It was so funny. BB gun was so weak and he still cried. Yeah. Julian says, like the Pennines, also a mountain range, separates Yorkshire and Lancashire.
Right.
Keeps
Yes.
the Yorkshiremen out.
I've heard of those. Yes.
Julian says, Jem, I'm not confessing to anything, nothing to do with me.
I would like this to be like a photo op for you two. When the day does come, you could be like shaking hands from your side of Wales, and kind of like the old Union Pacific thing, North meets South, and like one of those political photo ops where you're looking right at the camera and your hands are firmly clasped in a handshake. Oh, it'd be beautiful.
Jem says, oh dear, sorry, Julian, a typo there. I meant what Mikey has been confessing to. He's a bad boy. Oh, yeah. Julian says, it was also raining because it's Wales, Mikey. Rain is what we do best. That's very true. Very true. Cannot argue with you there, Julian. Dutch Dave's in. He says, good afternoon, all. Hello, Dave.
Hey, Dutchman.
If anyone else would like to come on, we still have another seat available.
Yeah, and if anyone else wants to come in, I can drop out too. So you got 6. We could cycle this too, folks. So come on in. The water's fine.
I keep on thinking of John Candy and Splash when you say that, Jim. I love that movie.
Mm.
You ever see that?
Me, no. Splash. Is that one with Daryl Hannah?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I have not.
Oh, it's hysterical.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's out there on YouTube. You can find a lot out there.
Yeah, I didn't realize on the playlist for this channel, I've got a playlist that's just for World War II movies, or World War II films. I didn't realize there's like over 100 films on there.
Really? I gotta visit that sometime. I haven't looked at that.
Yeah, I've got a playlist for. I've even got a playlist for Welsh music, which is quite nice. 824. Get off. What day is it? Tuesday. So what's everyone else got planned for the rest of the week?
Probably same here, working on the model. Keeping out of trouble. Well, let me rephrase that. I'm always in trouble in some form.
It's only the depth that varies.
Yeah, with my wife, I'm always in trouble about something. but it's a lot of love.
Yeah.
It's the married kind of trouble, when you either don't pull the shower curtain back or stuff like that, or you leave the window open, or you leave the light on in the other room.
Yeah. See, it's usually me complaining about that stuff. Joys of marriage. Gino says, maybe not a question for now, Mikey, but could we do an ICM group build as a kind of moral support for them? We could, indeed.
Of course. Sounds like a great idea.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see if they actually watch the channel. Julian says, be right back, Kara here. Okay.
You do.
Try not to bury him under the floorboards. Julian says, if there's water involved, you might be on the wrong channel, Jim. You leave Jim and his skinny dipping alone. What he does in his own time is up to him in his spandex.
Oh, God. Here we go again. I'll never live that down.
No.
Oh, hey. I just flicked a bit on the floor, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, crap.
Can I ask some advice of the chat and the panel for a moment?
Of course.
I'm challenged in this area. I'm not very good with judging color tones or tones of color when it comes to mixing paint. I have a basic like light green color I want to paint one of the DAK crewmen with. To lighten it up, would I use white or should I use yellow?
You usually use a lighter version of the color that you're trying to darken.
So another green?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see if I can find one. I don't have too many greens and wide variety of them, I should say. Let's see what I got. All right. Well, thank you. Because I often don't know what to do with that. I just think black for darkening it and white for lightening it, and that often just changes the tone completely.
Yeah. Found you.
Here we are. Oh, you know. Seek and you shall find.
Gotcha.
Yellow, says Gino. Okay. I'll tell you what. I got plenty of mixing jars. I'll try one with a light green, and I'll try another one with a yellow. See what I can
We'll do some experimenting with Professor Jimothy.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, that's what, you hear a lot of people ask questions on some of these live chats with modelers, and a lot of the advice given back is, well, here you go. Here's an idea, but try it. You'll learn a lot more than just me telling you.
Yeah. Experiment. See what works best for you and your paints.
Exactly. Yeah.
GM says, JT, it looks like you're sat in the naughty corner. Are you?
I'm just focusing on my model here. So that's why I'm a little, let's see, English word, taciturn today. There you go.
Taciturn. I like that.
Yeah. And I'm just cutting out all these paper parts. I'm going to be doing a bunch of assembly in a minute.
Yeah.
It'll be alive.
There's a channel out there called Plunging Fire Scale Modeling or something like that. He's a very accomplished model builder, makes mostly ships, but right now he's currently working on this Russian vehicle, transport vehicle in 35th scale, but he's making it out of paper, and it's a full kit. He ordered, I think it comes from Poland, but it's a full kit that you get, and it's literally a flat envelope, and you get all the scale drawings and everything to cut out. John, how did you get into paper models? I've never given it.
I got into paper models because of a couple of things. One, my wife is sensitive to the smell of solvents and all that. I'm kind of a little sensitive to it. There's more variety, believe it or not, in paper. A lot of the subjects I've built, like my dry dock, Bremen, stuff like that, you wind up finding that in paper and not in plastic. And usually if you find it in plastic, it's an arm and a leg that they want, and a pint of blood too. But yeah, it's with me, I got into it just for the challenge. My first model, ironically, was the most difficult one you could pick. And that was the Bremen. It was a paper model by HMV. And it was about 4 feet, took me 2 years to build. So these are definitely not your shake the box weekend models. These are projects that are very long term. Like my dry dock took me about 2 years to do, and I had to move in between. So you had to prep a model, move. You stop the model work. You don't want to put anything on delicate because you know it's going to get lost or broken in the move. So pretty much that's what I've been doing. But kind of got into it because I like the variety of it and the challenge too. You literally make the parts. You're cutting out everything on this model. As a matter of fact, Jim, I can show you what it's going to look like when it's finished. There, can you see?
Let's see.
No,
You're
it's
a bit
too far
away there.
Too far away? Hang on a sec here. I'll do a zoom here. Woo! You go better?
Yeah, there you go. That's a lot of sales.
Oh my, yeah.
And I'll pop your on.
There you go, Marley. Nice bit of rigging for you.
To quote Gary, it's a floaty thing.
It's Barcatine, is it?
Yes, it's the Rickmer Rickmers. I saw that in Hamburg. She's a ship museum. And There's a story to that too. When I went aboard, there was an old man in a German Navy uniform, and I asked permission to come aboard in German, and didn't think anything of it. I'm at dinner. He comes up to my table in the hotel restaurant because he was staying in the hotel, and his daughter comes up with him, and he comes up to me and he thanked me for asking permission to come aboard the ship, even though he wasn't the captain on the ship. But just the fact that I asked permission to come aboard made an impression on him. And couldn't understand a word he said because he was speaking Plattdeutsch. and I spoke regular German, but his daughter spoke English, and she said that it was very appreciated because he had Alzheimer's, and that was about the only thing that he could remember of his time in service. And it's neat. You go aboard that, there's like a restaurant, and so you can sit and have like beer in the restaurant and all that, and then you're free basically to tour the whole ship. It's pretty neat, actually.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
It's nice you're able to make a connection through language.
Oh, I'm sorry. No,
I said
language. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I'm doing a course on Plattdeutsch in addition to this to try to learn how to speak, because it's a dying language. Even though there are people that do speak it, it's not as popular because everybody in Germany now in public speaks standard German. They don't really speak Plattdeutsch anymore. And of course, people immigrating to Germany now are speaking the Hochdeutsch, which is the standard German. So kind of been doing that, but it got me in touch with my roots. My family, Jim, is from Cuxhaven, and it was neat going there. It's kind of like a German version of Cape Cod, and you get the fresh seafood.
Yeah.
So
is that on the Baltic coast?
No, it's on the North Sea.
Oh, okay, all right.
It's
You're on the other side of the Danish peninsula. Okay.
Yeah, it's right. Actually, it's on the mouth of the River Elbe.
Okay. Yes. All right.
So,
yes.
As a matter of fact, in Cuxhaven they have a channel marker for the Elbe. It's called the Kugelbake. It's this big triangular thing. It looks like an angry woman in a dress. Good way to describe it. I told it to a couple of Germans and they were laughing. But it's weird because the water changes. They have this beautiful sandy beach on the North Sea, and then you go around where the Kugelbake is, and it's mud on the other side where the bay is. And it's neat. I got to see where my grandfather grew up, found the house he grew up in, and I also went to the cemetery in Cuxhaven. I put flowers on the graves of my relatives. I was the first of my family in 100 years to visit Germany. So that was cool.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah. I recommend going though. The summer's beautiful, and that beach is just amazing. And you can drink wine here on the beach.
We've got more comments.
Okay.
GM says, "Yep, he's in the naughty corner." And says, "Gino, any questions on World War II aircraft, etc.? Just ask away. I'm sure John and I will try to answer any questions or inquiries you may have, mate. For now, just get well." Yeah. And Gina says, "Thanks, Gary." Dutch Dave says, "I was in Bremerhaven a few years ago to see the sub they have there in dock." Cool.
I was on one in Hamburg. It was a Russian Tango sub that they call U-434. And imagine a guy my size going around something built for short people. And it's not comfortable being in that. I felt like that alien, the tall alien in Close Encounters coming out of the UFO.
That's one of the reasons why I'll always remember the second fatality I went to, because I got there and did sleep down after didn't make it. As we were getting him ready for the family to come in and say goodbye to him, I was fastening his belt up and everything, and it was a submariner's belt. He was about 6'4", and he was a submariner.
Wow.
That's a pretty well. Is you're talking about a modern day Submariner?
No, he was about 70 and he was still 6'4".
Yeah, I was going to say. Well, ships have grown in size, so maybe those of higher, altitudes and height could get around them now. But back then, oh my God,
Yeah, U-505 in Chicago. That was interesting to walk through that.
that's
you
not
ever go
really
to-
claustrophobic. I'll tell you that. I've been through there more than once, and that is, yeah.
And realizing that probably one of my relatives is entombed in one somewhere is kind of it was a little kind of settling for me. Although when I went to Germany, I found out I had a relative who was killed in World War I. He was 18, it was my grandfather's brother. And so, yeah, it kind of made me a little more conscious about war and the consequences of it and everything. I definitely had a different beat on things. And I kind of didn't want to build military models anymore, which is why I'm kind of into the civilian ship models and stuff like that. It just moved me so much. And then going to Berlin was another experience too. So,
I think the way you got to think about it with modeling is by building the models, you're keeping the memory of those people alive because you're showing them equipment they used and things, and you're
very
encouraging
true.
conversation.
Very, very true.
Yeah. Gino says that we missed his comment for Jim.
There it is.
He says, but very little bits of yellow at the time, Jim. I used to paint figures in oils, and you got to mix a lot.
Okay, thank you very much.
Figures, is something I wish I could do a lot better with.
So say we all. Where are we?
How are you doing, John? Marley, you're very quiet today.
Yeah, I was gonna say the
just
same thing.
Listen to the conversation.
Ah. Have you turned over a new leaf or something? How's Paul?
Oh, tired. I think,
How's our favourite Marley?
Damien. Well, he's all right. Yeah.
By the way, I'm enjoying building with you guys in this stream. This is a neat first for me.
Cool. Glad you enjoyed it, mate.
Yeah.
Is that where you normally work on your stuff, John? Where you're at right now?
Yep, the kitchen table.
Okay.
And it's never clean.
Not
I
that
gotta
you'd
fix-
ever say that in front of the wife, John.
Yeah, I was gonna say you might not. Yeah.
You might want to check
It's a
behind
bit of company, like the in-laws come over, but generally, pretty much we have tray tables. We sit in front of the TV. We watch TV while we eat anyway. So, the viewing angle from the TV from my table here kind of stinks. So, yeah, we sit and eat at the tray tables. Maybe eat at the table occasionally if I have company, but this makes a great work area because I get the ceiling lights, the pot lights in the ceiling, when they actually don't go dim on me. But yeah, it's actually a great place to work. It's open and wide. Where do you like to work, Jim?
Right where I'm at right now. I've got. I'm fortunate to have plenty of room in the apartment I live in. And,
Oh, you live in an apartment too? Cool.
basement, and I've got a traditional desk as one workbench. That's where I build my armor kits and related stuff. And then where I'm at right now is a table. Well, not a table. It's a buffet cabinet piece of furniture from my house I grew up in. My father renovated it to be a workbench for him. He was a carpenter, and
Oh, really?
so he created a whole bunch of drawers for it. It's beautiful, and it's a very important piece of memorabilia for me. So when dad passed away, we were selling the house. This is 20 years ago. And my sister said, well, take it with you. What the heck? And I was like, okay, I will. So I brought it along, and this is the second move it's been involved in where I'm at now. And it serves my purpose perfectly. I can work on 2 projects on the bench. It's got enough room for me to do that, which is what I'm doing right now. I'm figure painting, and where the computer is where the P-47 I've been posting pics of that I'm working on. So right in my living where my workbench is.
I like it. I have an antique one in my dad's basement. That was my grandfather's, and my grandfather acquired it from somebody else, so it's even older, and it's got a vise with all wooden parts in it.
Okay.
And like those little trays in the back where you put stuff.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. So,
I've made a note of the merch thing that Jim requested as well. Kevin says, the coffee and I have returned. Hello, Kevin.
Oh, that's a good reminder. Thanks, Kev. I got to make some coffee myself.
Gino says, in oils, I did them quite well, but now trying to get the same standard, but with acrylics.
Well, I'll say this, Gino, for acrylics, which is what, let me see if I can lower my workbench. You can see there what I'm working with is just almost all Vallejo model color paints. I base coat my figures with lacquer colors, black and white. I do the Zenithal coating idea, and then I thin out the acrylics. They're very easy to work with. That's why I use them. And if they've got a strong base paint underneath them, they'll stick much better than the bare plastic. And there's 1,000,001 colors. They're easy to mix, which is what I'm doing. I got a whole bunch of these little metal trays. I mix the paint in. It's easy to clean up because it's water. So yeah, that's what I work in. Oils, I've got some, but I usually use that for shading, weathering, fading, stuff like that. Not so much figures.
Yeah.
I
Joe
usually
said,
never get my hands on.
Yeah.
I especially I used to go to Michael's gym, and they had like their testers paints,
Yeah.
but they stopped selling them, and so what they had left were the colors nobody wanted.
Yeah.
Joe says, JT, while you're there, I'll have 3 scrambled egg on toast.
Sure, no problem. I'll make you a ham, egg, and cheese on toast. Scrambled salt, pepper, ketchup.
Joe says, it annoys me that YouTube get angry about the sung the Swazi on models. It's historical accuracy, not support of the evil regime. Yeah.
Yeah, I get it, but it's their playground, their rules. So
Yeah, and there's nothing stopping you printing off your own decals if you want to add them.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
You can, and I think you can buy sets of them in Germany.
I think you're right. I'm not sure who makes them specifically, but I'd say it's pretty safe to assume you can.
Yeah. Gino says, not quite there yet, but I keep trying. That's all you can do, buddy.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's what I do with mine. I just keep sawing wood, and eventually come across some really good. And again, these figures. Again, I can't say enough about Alpine miniatures. They're worth the price of admission.
Yeah.
And like Martin Kovac says, they practically paint themselves because of the sculpting in them.
Yeah.
That's why and they got 1,000,001 different figures. Yeah, I guess the challenge would be is to take an average molded figure and make that, add dimension and depth and highlight and shadow to it.
Yeah.
Like the little monogram kits, kind of like those kind of figures where they're not the mold is not as good as like say a Tamiya.
Oh, are you asking? I'm sorry, John. Were you asking me a question?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Like you're basically comparing, like, say, for instance, a monogram model with a Tamiya model, and you'll see the difference in the castings. I know I did in my Forrest Sherman model and my Tamiya destroyer model. I was trying to do a West German destroyer, and you tell the quality of the plastic is bad. The detail is crude. The joinery is not so good on the Revell model, but it's a lot better on the Tamiya model. It's a better quality kit, in my opinion.
Well, I think it all depends on the era if you're comparing something from like say the 80s to now, yeah, it's going to be night and day. Even the 90s, things were still kind of in as far as molding technology was going, but to me, it makes some great stuff nowadays. Comparing it to what comes out with others, I've seen both. I've seen good figures, and then there's these resin sculpted figures, which are you just can't beat the level of detail with that. Plastic just can't get there.
Julian says Sung using FFS. Yes. Jem says JT needs a model room with an air extraction fan. Talk about microplastics in food. Could start with you, JT. It's all right. He's American. There's that much stuff in his food. They wouldn't notice.
Makes the food taste even better.
Tiffany says, oh, she's put the StreamYard link in. There we go.
Toluene. Love that toluene. Yeah.
Julian says, my uncle is German, lost his father on the Russian front, and he grew up as a pacifist. Mum visited years ago, and there was a road sign for Auschwitz. Somewhat understandably, he wouldn't visit. Yeah.
Understandably.
GM says, JT, you taking food orders? I'll have eggs, bacon, and coffee. White, no sugar. Thank you. Gino says, yes, that's why I switched to acrylics. The clothes going well, but struggling a fit with flesh in acrylics.
Oh, yeah, I hear you. I hear you, Gino. Same thing with me.
Yeah.
Hey, Jim, do you remember Flocal paints? Oh, man, those were strong.
Yeah.
Like, I used to do that when I did model railroading. Woo! Yeah, you're around those for a while. You lose a couple IQ points in a hurry.
Well, they were enamels, weren't they?
Yeah, and they were like this super solvent base, and you'd like smell, the room would smell for like a week.
Yeah, well, that was in the older days where that stuff was more common. I would guess that chemical balances have changed now to be, even with enamels, which are still made. There are still companies that make enamel paints. There's a couple here in America, but I think they've balanced out the chemicals a little bit more. I don't know. I don't claim to have any direct knowledge of that, but I would assume so.
Better.
I recall those paints from my modeling youth, and yeah, they were very strong.
Yeah. Yeah, scale coat though covers better. I like scale coat because it's basically water soluble, and it's a lot easier to clean the brush because typically when you use the Flocal paints, that's typically the end of the brush. I buy cheap hobby brushes anyway, and you get like one use, and it's like you use it and then the bristles are all solid and stiff. I could get a brush softener solvent like at Lowe's. I could probably go and get one, but that's also got the solvent smell in it too, and I'm trying to keep that down to a minimum in the apartment so my wife doesn't freak out at me.
Julie says, a German friend of mine refused to call herself German, always said Saxon, as she was ashamed of what they did. It was her great-grandparents' generation, FF's sake. Yeah.
I'll tell you the truth. You also, Mikey, I'm very proud to call myself German, but in a good way, because of my grandfather. My grandfather didn't like the H-man at all. And as a matter of fact, he was here and he served in the U.S. Army. And that's the kind of German I think of when I think of my grandfather. And that's, to me, special. So
it's important to remember that people are not nations.
Yeah, people are people.
Yeah.
I agree. Very on point, Mikey. Excuse me.
Yes. And nations that are occupied in peace do not strive for war. Gino says, sorry for the bad typing there, Mikey. Not a problem, buddy. Junior says, Jim, look at AK Quick Gen paints, specially formulated for figures. I'll post a YouTube link of a review.
Thank you very much, Julian.
He's a good egg, isn't he, Jim?
Hey, he comes prepared. He's on his game. Whether it's here or
Somebody else a Boy Scout? Somebody else a Boy Scout among us? Jim, were you in the Scouts?
no, I wasn't.
I was.
Ah,
I was
I'm
until I
an
went.
Eagle Scout.
I was only in Scouts for a few years until I was old enough to join the Air Cadets. Jem says, I struggle with acrylics. They don't stick to plastic. Enamels, yeah, stick to anything.
Well, like I said, Gary, these Vallejo and AK Next Gen water-based acrylics, I always make sure the subject I'm working with has a lacquer or enamel base coat underneath so it can stick to that, and it does. But I hear you. When I first got my first bottle of Vallejo paint, I took it to a scrap piece of plastic I had and let it dry, and sure enough, I was able to rub it off with my thumb. So it has its pros and cons like any other paint. And once you get to understand them, what they can and can't do, you're good to go. A friend of mine asked me the same question. He's totally into enamels. He's totally into enamels. He uses some lacquers, but he won't even consider acrylics. And I think because he started off on a bad foot with them. But nonetheless, he's like, why do you use Vallejo? I'm like, because they're super versatile and they've got a million colors and they're easy to mix. And I use them for uniforms and brush painting primarily. I don't use them much for spraying.
Yeah. See, I use them for spraying mostly. Well, that's because I'm doing vehicles a lot.
Right. Now, do you use the model color, this one?
I use model color, model air, and game color.
Okay. Because the Model Air is supposed to be thin enough to put in an airbrush and spray it. I'm just going by my experience, and I find I need to thin it anyway. And
I
this
find
model
if
color,
you do need to thin it, you don't have to thin it very much at all. It only needs
really,
to
I found it's got to be at least 60-40.
What do you use to thin it with?
I use their thinner.
I tried that. It's not great. I just use water.
Well, I've tried water and I found it to be, I don't know. I'll have to keep trying. All right,
Yeah.
I'll say that much. I'll have to keep trying. But water mixing, it seems to come. I don't know what trouble I was having. Maybe it wasn't mixed thoroughly enough in the cup before I put it in there. But it seemed to separate.
Yeah.
I'll have to continue trying. I'll say that. You know.
Yeah.
Have you tried distilled water, Jim?
I'm sorry.
Do you use tap water? Do you use tap water or distilled water?
Tap water, which is probably maybe part of the problem. I hear a lot of people say that, you know, this stuff all works better with distilled water, which I don't buy.
Yeah, because I think
I
tap
just
water
use
has chlorine and stuff in there. And,
Oh, yeah.
and alkalides and things.
Yeah. Especially me. We've got well water out here.
So we used to at Park Ridge, you know, in my hometown.
Yeah.
After I was there, well water.
Gino says, thanks, Julian. Julian has put the link in. Joe says, water works best for me with Vallejo Air also. Yeah, I think it depends on the quality of the water, doesn't it?
Alex Mann was doing something a few months back, maybe even last year, but I think it was earlier this year. And he's talking about that. I mean, and he's like, so you're using distilled water, right? You know, he was talking to you in a tutorial, in a tutorial video. And as I was watching it, I said, no. And he said, yeah, that does make a difference, apparently.
Yeah.
Now, if you've had success using water, then, I mean, what's your mixture? Do you put in 50-50 or less than half water to paint?
I put the paint in and then just use that and squirt a bit of water.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
I don't really
I understand. I do the same thing with thinner when it comes to putting in my paint cup, because I'm such a cheapskate. I'll mix it in the cup. And a lot of people say, don't do that. Mix it in a separate container and pour it into the airbrush cup. But like I said, I'm such a miser that I don't want to waste that paint that I leave in the container.
Yeah.
There is a better you stand a better chance of getting better results by mixing it separately than putting it in.
Yeah. I've just got this little little plastic shot glasses and stuff.
Yeah.
Just have one of them. Put a bit of the paint in, and then just put roughly half the amount of water in.
Yeah, this is something they give you medication in when you're in the hospital. I kept it when I was.
Mini Dixie cups.
Yeah. Well, Dixie cups are paper though. That's the thing. It's gonna paint.
Yeah, the solvent eats it. The solvent eats it's like a styrofoam cup. Like putting acetone in a styrofoam cup.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, you get to watch the chemical reaction.
My father, in a sense of humor, did that to me as a joke. He gave me a cup of acetone, and at the time I carried it back, the bottom was gone.
Did he go, here's a cup of acetone?
So what do you guys call Dixie cups? What are they?
The
Those are
red
little
Barbie
paper
cup.
cups. Small paper cups about the size of a shot glass. And
Okay.
The reason they're called Dixie cups is that I believe that was the first, brand name that people recognize. Like you were talking about that last week, John. I think like Americans call them Q-tips and not cotton buds, because Q-tip is the brand name everyone recognizes in the States for it.
Yeah, with gasoline for petrol, isn't it?
I guess so. That was interesting when you mentioned that. You said that, correct, Mikey, about gasoline as opposed to petroleum?
Yeah.
It's interesting. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
I like how much more
gas.
British petrol, British petroleum. It just sounds so nice and elegant, Very, very like as opposed to gas, British petroleum. It just sounds so much better,
Yeah.
Ah, there we go. Okay.
Oh, went dead there for a moment. I thought I said something bad.
No.
No,
Okay.
that's my job.
The RAF tried to test paint on C-130 with acrylic paint. After a 3-hour flight, most of the paint had been blown off, back to using 2-pack paints. Yeah.
Ah, okay. Interesting. All right.
Luckily, Jim's not flying anywhere. Julie says, Jim, I watched a Harder and Steinbeck tutorial yesterday. They said always use the same thinner as manufacturer of the paint, so AK thinners, etc. That dodges the water quality issue Mikey mentioned. Yes.
Yeah. One thing people might want to take note of, and I've heard this from more than one, and I tried it myself. I have both the AK 3rd Gen thinner, and I have Vallejo airbrush thinner, and they both work well in each other's paint. In other words, you can use either to thin the paint, and it will react to it fine.
Yeah.
Those compatibility of paints. I didn't think of that actually. Although I did remember one time painting a truck for my hometown. We had a metal primer that we used, and then I used this brand called Conlux, and it went over it. And basically, the two paints weren't compatible. And it had this like scaling reptile finish thing on it. It was weird. And I remember it just came right off. I just hit it right with the scraper, and the paint came off again. So it's back to square one. But Jim, what's your least favorite model paint?
Least favorite Model Master. And the reason why, it's not the quality of the paint, which is great. It's the fact that it is so damn high maintenance because of the cheap paper gasket they put on those, which are not available anymore, by the way. You were asking about tester paints. The reason they're not around is because Rust-Oleum bought Model Master, and when they did, the first thing they made a decision on was to cease making the paints.
Yeah.
But anyhow, it definitely is Model Master paints. I've got a shrinking inventory of the bottles, because when they did stop manufacturing, my local hobby shop was offering them for like 50% off, and I bought a whole bunch. And the kiss of death occurs as soon as you open up one of the jars. Because no matter what you do, put them in a plastic bag, store them upside down, replace the paper gasket with something else. Air gets in, and they turn into sludge, or you can't get the bottle.
Yes, I've had that happen too.
Julian says, Jim, I watched a harder. Oh, I read that one.
Yes.
Damn it. He says the ratio H and S suggested was 1:1. And said thinner is always better as you can always add a layer, but too thick and you can lose detail. Yes, exactly.
Oh yeah, definitely.
What I tend to do is just keep squirting water in and stirring it with a cocktail stick. And when it just sort of starts dripping off, that's when I put it in the airbrush. Wait Rose says, afternoon all. Anyone had issues with SMS paint? My BS641 dark green comes out almost black. Ooh.
Are you talking about the color, tone, the value of? I mean, what am I trying to say? The accuracy of the color, or the quality of the paint, Gary?
Yeah. Good question.
I like Modelflex. Modelflex was good stuff when I was into trains. I used to remember that you could get just about any color you could think of, and they were pretty good. Problem is though, Modelflex, it dries very fast, but there's a sheen that goes with it, and if you put dull coat over it, you get that frostiness on it.
Yeah.
So I bought some BS641 yesterday, but and they were out of stock of SMS, so I ended up getting Mr. Color. Sounds like I dodged a bullet there. So I've not used that color, Gary.
If I may make a Mike, you want to catch up on comments? Or do you?
Yeah, can do quickly.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
GM says, JT, I hope you're not sniffing petrol. It will stunt your growth. Julian, BP started off as Anglo-Persian Oil Company. It's something that has never been mentioned by the press or in any of the conflicts we've had in the Middle East.
Right.
Yeah. Julian says, I use a plastic egg cup to mix paints. There we go.
Good.
Wait Rose says, accuracy of the color looks really, really dark.
Yeah. And that piggybacks very well into what I'm about to say, and that is that, I have all different kinds of paints. In fact, I was mentioning this to my roommate yesterday. I said, between the two of us, we've got enough paint to last like a couple of lifetimes for each of us. And we've got all different brands of paint, and there's some, we've got colors from different lines, and they're different tones. They look differently. And I'll tell you what, after a certain point, I just gave up. And I don't mean that like in a despairing way. I'm just like, look, this is bronze green, and this is another bronze green. This is yellow green, and this is someone else's yellow green. If it's close enough, it's close enough, and I'm okay with that. It's just too exhausting to try and run around trying to find the exact tone of a color. Although there are those that are obviously way off, which I think maybe what you're talking about, Gary, being too dark. But yeah,
I'm sorry to cut you off, Jim.
No,
Tamiya's they're off with some of their colors. Like, I love the Tester's Gold compared to the Tamiya Gold. Tamiya Gold, I don't like how it goes on, and in spite of it being two different types of paint. Testers seems to have that much better in the metallic paints, in my opinion. They tend to be a little bit better. What's your take on that?
On metallic paints?
Yeah, the metallic Tamiya in Tester.
Well, I don't really use a whole lot of them. I know that with enamel, when it comes to metallic paints, it's basically just metal or metal particles or something suspended in carrier. So it's like enamel, whatever these things are made of. But with an acrylic based gold, it also depends. I mean, gold has many different tones to it. I mean, it may be like, Testers has one tone of gold, and then to me, it's got another one. It's about what I can offer on that. I don't really use a lot of metallic paint. Where's my signal? Oh no, everyone is there. Okay. I was waiting for you to kick in, John. I was like, whoa, the silence is deafening.
Although, you know what's funny? I love it when you can go on eBay and buy like kits that are not complete sometimes if they're missing one or two parts. Because usually you can wind up scratch building the part that you need, or if you're going to get photo etch and it's got kind of the junky part that you were supposed to use anyway, it kind of almost becomes a moot point. I guess it's interesting. I look at that like some models like a blank canvas, you know, and you get the basic kit, but if you're going to replace everything anyway, half those parts that are missing are the ones that you were going to replace anyway. It definitely makes it nice. Like you can get $100 model for like half price, basically, if you're missing a couple parts. But have you had that experience on eBay?
Are you asking us generally, as everyone, or?
Sorry.
Well, I don't do a lot of shopping
on eBay.
Yeah, I don't do a lot of shopping on eBay because I pretty much got what I want in my stash. I mean, I'm kind of married to what I have now because I got so much that. But I know what you're talking about. There are people who, you know, it's a trading site. So basically, yeah, you're gonna have some deals that are like, hopefully the people are transparent about it and honest, and the images they offer you are what you're getting. And if you're willing to accept that and go into it, then yeah, go for it. But I myself, I got away from eBay real quick because it can be a drug, man. It can be like, you know, just spend time browsing all the inventory that's available out there. Sooner or later, I'm going to buy something that I'm going to regret when I get it in my hands.
Well, the other thing that gets me about eBay is the shipping cost. Sometimes you'll get what sounds like a great deal. And, oh yes, Mama, I got it for a great deal. But then you look at the shipping cost, and it's like twice the price of what you were bidding on.
Yeah.
It's like when you start seeing $100 for shipping, you know something's up for like a small model kit.
Julie says,
sorry, Mike, you need to cut it off.
Julie says, afternoon, Commander Evans. White Rose says, I oversprayed it with foliage green and it looks much better.
Yeah, I've not used the SMS 641. I can't talk to that, Gary. I'm sorry.
Foliage. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mikey. Go ahead.
Julie says, Man's Model Moments has done a few tutorials on mixing paints based on a fixed palette of 12 ICM paints. There we go.
Yeah.
GM says, Tamiya paint colors are suspect. I know a number of them are inaccurate. Tester Model Master paints were the go-to for accuracy.
Well, they certainly had FS number paints down, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Federal standard.
Yeah.
I haven't used a lot of them. I would imagine that, a Japanese company that makes paints in Japan would have the colors for, say, Mitsubishi Zero down pat. That'd be better than, say, someone in the Czech Republic doing the same. Just because they could literally walk down to a museum and take color samples and all that stuff like that. So if I do a Zero, I'll use the Tamiya, Akatiri blue and all that sort of stuff. Well, no, it's not Akatiri. It's called something else.
There's quite a few Japanese specific colors that Tamiya has added in the recent in the last few years.
Yeah, but I don't know. Just if you don't like the color you're spraying, just go for another brand. I'm not particularly brand loyal. I get what I can get if it's available, really.
Yeah,
but I'm using more and more of these Mr. Color ones because they come in like literally, I think, more than 50 shades of gray.
Mr. Color is great paint. I have a lot of them in my stash, and they work beautifully. They're everything I want for airbrushing. Brush painting, nah, don't use them for that. This is why I got a lot of water-based acrylics. But for spraying and their colors, yeah, they're great. You tried MRP?
No, it's not available for me locally. Well, I can get it, but I need to pay for postage.
Yeah, I've got one bottle of it, and I've never tried it. I bought it for my Tomcat, and I haven't used it because I haven't built the model yet. So But I hear a lot of modelers, YouTube guys swear by it. They really like the way it works. It's color accuracy. The smell is brutal from what I've heard. I'll find that out.
That's Dave corrects me. It's Ayataki green. Thank you very much. Sorry, John, you were saying?
I'm sorry, John. I talked over you. I'm very sorry. You go first.
Oh, no, I'm finished.
Okay. Jim, are you doing the Tomcat from the USS Nimitz?
I've got one of the versions of the 40A scale Tamiya F-14 series they made a few years back. Mine comes with the carrier deck section and the launch officer. I'm backdating it. It's probably not an accurate combination of markings and aircraft. I think it's a later generation F-14, but I'm doing one of the first squadrons to be equipped with the F-14 in the mid-70s. It was oh God, I don't have it out. I'd have to dig it out of my closet, which I won't do right now. But I've got some early markings for it because I like the gold, gray, and white combination.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I do too. The high-vis insignia? Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Yeah, this paint's taking a long time to dry.
Yeah, Julian says, funny you should mention the zero notch. Apparently the Japanese had zero color standards for Navy, Army, Air Force. And any colors that color is wrong will have a nightmare proving it.
I don't know.
Jim says, John, yes, you are correct. We built as 20 Sen 22s and 52s. The Japanese guys brought in Mr. Color samples to check the interior color, and they were spot on.
Oh, very cool.
There we go.
Go.
Oh, by the way, Hobby Time, mine is VF2 Bounty Hunters. That's the one. Now I remember. That's the markings.
Yeah. Hobby Time says VF1 Wolfpack and VF2 Bounty Hunters.
Right. Yes.
Joe says, where I live, Vallejo is the only paint that is readily available at a store. I found a hobby shop with Tamiya, but of course the price was skyrocketed recently. Yeah.
Oh, well, Joe, which ones are you buying? Are you buying the spray paint? Yeah, because they're ridiculously priced. You're correct. The bottle paint, the 10 mil bottles at my local hobby shop are about $3, which is not bad considering. And the lacquer paints come in the same size bottle, are the same price. So I think it depends on which one you're buying. But yes, the spray paint is ridiculously overpriced. I mean, wow.
Yeah, I think that's just Tamiya being greedy in general. And
well, you might be right about that, but I've got also this can of Mr. Color finishing surfacer white. I bought it just recently, and it's $12 for a I don't know how much is in this thing, but not. I think it also may be the fact that, you know, because we're here in the United States with all the ridiculous shit that's happening this year, getting this stuff is becoming more costly for the supplier too.
yeah.
I've had that happen to me, Jim, with this model I'm working on. This actually came from merry old England rather than Germany, because they said they refused to ship to the United States. Notice what happens. They cancel my order and credited me on eBay.
Yeah, I understand. It's prohibitive. It really is. It's ridiculous, but it's prohibitive.
Julie says, oh, and AO is apparently a word in Japanese. However, sadly, we can't blame them for the Teletubbies. Sigh. You got IO as well, which is Nepalese. Whenever the Gurkhas are going into an attack, they say "Ayo Gakali," which means "Here come the Gurkhas."
I used to hear Gurkhas. I used to think of pickles. Those are gherkins, but
Yeah, I'm not
no
going
offense to any Gurkhas listening.
Going back to that foliage green that Gary mentioned, he sprayed and he likes it. Yeah, a friend of mine built the Tamiya Beaufighter, and he built it in Australian markings. And that foliage green, I believe, is the overall color of the aircraft, and it is a very nice paint. He is the Outlaw. No, I'm sorry, SMS foliage green. Excuse me. He bought a whole bunch of Australian colors.
Nice. Dutch Dave says Minori is another Japanese term for green. Jem says Awataki green is a pale green or blue clear varnish over metallic silver metal. Dutch Dave says Midori is another term for green in Japanese. So Midori would be Midori to drink. That's green. So that makes sense. Midori. Gino says, thanks for the nice stream, guys, but I have to go. See you all later when I'm a bit better, and I will join in the smoke pit on Discord. Awesome. See you later, Gino. Feel better soon, buddy. There we go.
So it was the sun was out in Melbourne today. It was cold, but we had blue sky and no wind. So I installed a dash cam in my car.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Just because I've been driving around the northern suburbs of Melbourne, there's a problem with the locals here. They just don't seem to think Australian rules apply to them, or law, I should say.
Yeah, there's people like that in the UK. They could tend to come from a certain background.
So John is a road warrior?
Not yet. I'm still waiting for the government to say, okay, time to get on those stupid sort of costumes.
John's going to put some Boadicea spikes on his wheels soon.
There's put machine guns on the car.
Julian says the Teletubbies were once hobbits taken by the Dark Powers.
Yeah.
Julian says, take care, Gino.
Yep. See you later, Gino.
Dave says, I think Midori is like bamboo green, while Ayotaki is more greenish bluish. There we go.
Yeah, there was the Japanese covered clear. I mean, oh my God, they used a clear, like blue tinted protective coating over unpainted metal for their interior surfaces, like landing gear bays, doors, cockpit interiors, and things like that. So I've heard.
Yeah.
Again, we could be here till the end of time talking about color and what was used where and what's the most accurate representation of it, and ad nauseum.
I've long stopped worrying
say
about
no to that.
Exactly,
we
Mikey.
won't be right or wrong, but at least we'll enjoy it.
Well, certainly. You talk about interesting conversation. Yeah, I suppose so, as long as people keep it civil.
I know the exact moment when I stopped caring about color accuracy. And I can tell you it. I was making the Evening Star locomotive from Airfix, and it's a green boiler, and it's got red banding around it. I was putting the red on it, and as soon I could see the red paint on the brush, but the minute I touched it to the green, it disappeared because I'm colorblind. I took a photo of it and realized it looked like I'd drawn the red lines on with lipstick. So, I'm going to stop worrying about colors now and just do what I want.
Yeah, it can be a fool's errand, Jason, which color is accurate for what you're using. And then you buy a bottle of paint and, okay, the next time I build a Japanese aircraft and need it for a specific interior part, I've got it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys box out paint? Like, do you take two bottles, mix them together to make one consistent paint tone?
I don't do it often, but the Qatari Spitfire, I think they wanted, a mix of, I think it was park green and interior green to make a a Spitfire interior, Supermarine green, and that
I
was
tell you something else I do, Jim, to help with thinning paints.
Hmm.
Sometimes I take the top off the paint bottle, the nozzle off the paint bottle, and put some of the thinner in the bottle, and then just put the nozzle back on and shake it up.
Oh, okay. All right. That sounds a good idea.
Julie says, I tried the Boadicea wheel spikes once, cost me 6 pairs of gloves, 3 visits to A&E, and 37 sticky plasters. What you should do is just blow up the rubber gloves and just tie them to the wheels and just watch people's faces you're going around the garden with them. GM says, the Ayotaki used by the Japanese today comes in 4 shades for you to match your original paint color. There we go.
Yeah.
We've got 4 minutes left. Can you believe it?
No, I can. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah. Likewise, Mikey.
Good. Good.
Yeah. So,
Hitting myself, aren't I?
so all I've really managed to achieve is clean up the glare shields, mask up the windshield.
Yeah.
Now masking up the canopy, and that'll be glued down temporarily. Then primer. Then the what is it, the 641 and the 638, the green and the grey.
Yeah.
Off we go.
Nice. I've put the back wheel arches and stuff on the Lanchester. I shall put it up now, Jim, for you, because I know you want to see
Oh,
it.
I'm sorry. Yeah, we got to go camera. Well, I'm already camera. On the glasses here.
Where's my remote?
Looking good. Looking good.
Ooh, yeah, that does look good.
I like that.
I've got the Vickers machine gun there, but I've not put it on because I'm going to paint it separate. Yeah, it's a nice little model.
Yes, it is. Very impressed.
There you go. Nice detail on underneath as well. Should be fun to paint. When the turret moves and things on it as well. There you go.
So which one are you doing? Is that RNAS or something else?
I wanted to, but Nick said I've got to do the Belgian one, which is the camouflage one.
Ah.
Because he wanted to.
Yes, I remember that. Yeah.
Julian says, color accuracy depends 100% on environment and age of the subject or the object. The original observer could have been in the desert, a factory, a rain in Europe, same color, several different looks. Exactly. And then you've got the fact that the photos were generally, especially World War I aircraft, were black and white.
Yeah.
And World War II. And you've also got that even if it's a modern one, it's were the color settings correct on the camera, were the images stored correctly, were they on film, has the film degraded, what sort of film was used, and all sorts. Never get accurate.
Yeah. Phil Flores, one of his relatives worked in a paint factory during the Second World War.
Yeah.
And he recounted to him that when it came to paint stocks, if they were running low on a certain color, pick whatever one you want, they made what they needed out of what they had until they got the next round of a batch. But he said the point he's trying to make is that the shade varied no matter how how much you stuck to regulations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he also factor weathering into it too.
Yeah, exactly. Dutch Dave says it also the weather or the weather of when the photograph's been taken, because if it's a clear sunny day, then the light is more neutral, whereas if it's overcast, then it's more blue or yellow.
Yeah, and everything, time of day, lots of factors. Yeah.
Exactly. Dutch Dave says, nice oldie World War I car, Mike. Thank you, buddy. Joe says, I'll be honest, after stupid photo etch, the different paint guides with various paint brands drives me nuts, but I'm a crabby old man. I'm there already. I'm only 37. Julie says, that Lanchester looks awesome, Mikey. Thank you, buddy. GM says World War One aircraft were painted black and white, Mikey. Yeah. Do you know what? I'm actually tempted at some point to do a model just painted in black and white. History
I
model.
saw that once at a model show. This guy did a half. He did a some kind of military diorama where he had troops and tanks marching over a bridge, and half of it was color, and the other half was black and white.
Yeah.
And he even split the tank down the middle.
Yeah.
Brilliant idea.
Yeah.
It was like the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When the house lands.
Right, we're at the 2-hour mark.
Excellent.
Awesome. It's gone quick today.
Always
Thank
does.
you for joining me, John.
Thank you for having me. We're always gracious. I mean, always grateful to be invited.
Talk yourself up.
Yeah, gracious. Who are you talking about?
I am benevolent. I am kind. Yes.
Yeah. We've got the Corporal's Mess live stream 12 till 2 tomorrow. Marley, if you want to join in, then you'll have to let me know and I'll have to send you the link because you're not a corporal yet.
It'll be way too. No, it's 1 a.m. now. I'm not going to wait around. No, I don't want to start at 1 a.m. and go till 4. You know, no.
Why would we be starting at 1 a.m. if it's 1 a.m. now?
Well, what time does it start?
12 till 2, same as every other day.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Let's find out. I'll work it out. I don't know.
Jay says, in dog years, you're 259, Mikey, so you are an old man. Yes, thank you. Thank you, dude. Yes, so for those of you who are corporals, I shall hopefully see you tomorrow afternoon. For the rest of you, we'll see you Thursday for the Desert Wings build, 12 till 2, John. 12 till 2, UK time. Until then, Hulvar for now.
Bye.